I got pregnant for the first time when I was 22 years old, so I may have been 21. And this was like in the middle of my addiction. It's funny because I thought that becoming pregnant would be the cure-all, that for one reason or another I'd be able to stop using. You know, it wasn't like I wanted to continue to use every day. I just didn't know how to live without it. And, you know, part of me believes that substances kept me alive because, feeling alone and isolated, and just the sadness and grief that I felt really kept me disconnected. Because a month after I had my daughter, my best friend committed suicide, and that was it. I was off and running again for 2.5 more years. And the next time I got sober, it was because I had lost jobs. I was evicted from the place that I was living. I was bouncing from place to place, living out of my vehicle, just a place of complete desperation and hopelessness, feeling like I was not worthy of living. And at this point, my grandmother knew that I went to detox. She said that me, my daughter, and my boyfriend could go stay in her basement, which was really incredible in itself, because a few months before that, this was like, one of those things that really pushed me to get recovery, is that my grandparents have always been a staple in my life. They've always been the safe haven for me. Like, no matter what, they provided me with unconditional love and support, and were always available. And my grandfather passed away a couple months before I went into detox, and I had gone into my grandmother's purse and stole money that was given to her for funeral arrangements. And I remember that moment still today, because I stood outside of her door and just put my head down and said, "Chantel, go put that back. It's not yours." But the other piece was like, you're going to be sick and you have to get to work, and you just pay it back tomorrow. But tomorrow comes and I'm in a deficit again, and there is no paying it back. So for her to still allow me in her space after I had done something like that was incredible. Like, a lot of times people who are in recovery or with substance use disorder are not trusted because we break trust. Not because we're bad people, but because we're sick people. Recovery has taught me that my purpose can just be this. It can be to share my story. It can be to provide hope. It can be that I just get to be a kind person today. I've learned that I don't have to have this magnificent purpose or super special skill. What I would say to healthcare providers or anybody that is helping or supporting or treating somebody with substance use disorder is that we're human. We're people. There's been instances where I walk in and I'm instantly judged because I have a background of medicated assisted treatment, or because I have a background of substance use disorder, or because I have legal records, right? Like, all of a sudden I'm this person that doesn't care about my kids, or that I'm somehow a bad person. And we're not bad people, right? We're not bad people. And we have gotten into this place where we're unaware of how we're treating people. I think most people have really good intentions. Most healthcare workers have really good intentions. They wouldn't be in the field if they didn't want to help people. But sometimes we overlook, like, simplicity. We overlook really checking in with somebody instead of, like, what's wrong with you? Why did you do this? Like, how are you? What's going on? What happened to you, right? Because these people that are coming in today were once children and probably have trauma, probably have some things that nobody's asked them. What happened to you? how did this happen to you? My name is Chantel. I'm a person in long-term recovery, and I think the most important part is that I'm a person, I'm a human, I'm a mom, I am a daughter and a granddaughter and a sister. I am so much more than a person who is no longer using substances.